running backs.
This game has officially begun. Williams going to test the coverage this time. And Williams is tackled down at the 17. That return's good for about 21. Looks like they're in press coverage here. First down at the 17. Tannehill gives it up. That picks up 7.
Jim, let's keep our eye on the defense. If they keep giving up runs like this, they're going to have to change what they're doing on the defensive side. Maybe bring another guy down in the box to stop those runs.
Second down and 3 following that nice run. The Dolphins are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. Bell's the receiver on the screen. Got the first, and he's got some space. And he's out of bounds. The Dolphins will use a timeout here. They'll talk it over before running a play on first down. Coming to the line at the 43. Here's the first snap after the big play.
Now he's going to change the play. Look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Landry's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it. The Dolphins now inside the 20. A week ago, they converted time and time again inside the red zone. Now first and 10. Bell's going to secure the handoff. Picks up 8 here.
The defense doesn't want to give up runs like that, so how do they stop it? Well, they start crowding the line of scrimmage, so you keep crowding that line of scrimmage, look out, they'll throw it over the top.
Breaking huddle at the 8-yard line. He'll get it again. And that gains a few.
Jim, the defense gives up the first down that time inside the red zone, but there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold them.
First down, offense readying for the snap. The catch is made by Cameron. Touchdown, Miami. finding the end zone for the first time this season.
The point after try is in the books. The Jaguars are back deep, ready to return the kickoff.
Robinson's running this one out.
Away from the ball goes a flag down on the field.
A long field ahead of them at the 10. The Dolphins sat at the line. Dime package. Bortles going to take it from the gun.
Justin Blackman hauls it in. Second down after that pass play.
They'll go ground. Johnson's all over that offense and brings him down.
The Dolphins defensive coordinator, my gosh, he is one happy guy. Anytime you get in the backfield and stop a runner and make him lose yards, that's some good stuff. This has got to be a blitz. Look how everybody's crowding the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 3. And it's caught by Allen Hurns.
The post route deep down the field. Going towards the goalpost. It's not called enough in this league. Nice throw by the quarterback.
The Dolphins lined up in the nickel. The Jaguars will take the snap from the 35.
And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
Nice job that time by the tight end. Makes the catch, and you got to look out for him now in the NFL. Remember, they're usually the closest receiver to the quarterback. Quarterback gets in trouble, he's going to look for the tight end.
First and 10. Ndamukong Suh has the sack.
Well, we know one thing. If you're a defensive tackle, you got power, and it was on display that time. Wonderful job by the big fella, busting through there and getting the sack on the QB.
The Jaguars will take the snap from the 45. Thomas is going to pull in the bullet pass. Going to take it the distance. And he's in for the touchdown. What a play. What a run.
Tight ends are a position where you got to be able to do it all. You got to be able to block, run routes, and you got to be able to get in position so you have a chance to catch the touchdown pass. Good job by the tight end. Touchdown.
The Dolphins are back deep, waiting for the kick return. That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20.
The Dolphins offense taking the field again. They got everything they could out of that last possession, Phil. That was a solid touchdown drive.
Yeah, just look at them, Jim. The way they run onto the field, you can see they're exuding confidence. And when you got a confident football team, man, let them go and let them play and see if they can make it happen again.
First down at the 20. They go screen with Bell. Has the first down and a whole lot more. On his way. And in for the touchdown. They take the lead here late in the first quarter with the touchdown.
Yeah, nothing like it. Before that first quarter was up, they found a way to get in the end zone and get that score to take the lead. And, hey, that's a good feeling.
The Jags are ready to return the kick.
Green's going to run this one out. The Jaguars taking the field on offense, coming off a touchdown on their last drive, Phil.
Yeah, they did it mostly through the air, Jim, and I love the way how they did that. It was aggressive throwing by the quarterback, and my gosh, is he on target today.
The Dolphins go with the dime formation here on defense.
Drop back, shotgun formation. makes the play one-handed.
What must it be like to be able to go down there and make a play like that? How about one-handed catch? That was special. Look at that. Everybody at the line of scrimmage, the defense showing a blitz.
The Jaguars will take the snap from the 45. Allen Hurns with the grab. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
Well, when you talk about throwing these sideline routes or the out route, it is about timing. When that receiver makes that break to go towards the sideline, that football has to be in the air. Nice throw and catch that time.
Back to the air here on first down. Breaks out of that one. It's Sue who takes the quarterback down.
Well, defensive tackles so many times are in charge of stopping a run, but not this time. The big fella, good move at the snap of the football, gets in that backfield and gets the sack.
The Jaguars offense is still out there as we get the second quarter underway.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap. And it's a reception by Blackman. What a tremendous effort after making the reception, breaking tackles, and picking up additional yardage.
We see this so often now, don't we, in the NFL? These wide receivers are such incredible athletes. Not only can they make spectacular catches, they're strong enough to break tackles like this and get extra yards.
Bortles 7 for 7 with that completion.
First down following the long play. Marquise Lee has the catch. Denard's going to make the tackle.
The Jaguars had a nice play designed that time. It pulled the defense, and they get the pass completion for a nice pickup.
Second down now.
Look out here. They're going to blitz. They're all packing the line of scrimmage.
Incomplete.
Can they call a play the defense hasn't seen yet to this point today? So it's third and goal. Touchdown ties it. I can't wait to see what the offense decides to do.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive.
The Dolphins come out in a dime package. Third and goal at the 4. Makes the reception.
Jacksonville is in for the score. Touchdown.
That's his first touchdown catch of the season.
Inside of the uprights. The Dolphins are back deep, waiting to return the kick.
Williams is going to test the coverage here. Williams tackled down at the 17. That return's good for about 22.
The Dolphins offense is in rhythm. Coming back out for another drive. The last 2 times they've had it, they found the end zone.
Their rhythm, they're making it look easy. Jim, it's like watching you dance. You have such great rhythm. It looks like you're not even working at it. So that's how it looks for this offense here today.
Tannehill's ready for the snap. Empty backfield. Going for the deep ball, but it falls incomplete.
Deep passes in the NFL, they always serve a purpose. You're not always going to get the completion, but at least it gets the defense thinking that you will try some long throws down the field. Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Heaving it down the field.
The Dolphins now facing third down. A week ago, they were up to the challenge in these spots.
Third down and 10.
And it's knocked down.
The Dolphins really don't have much of a chance of picking up this first down. It's third and long. Of course, the defense is looking for passes down the field. They're all over everything, and the pass goes incomplete.
Green's going to look for space now. That return's good for about 6. The Jaguars back on the field with their offense now. They've scored on each of their last 2 drives and have to be feeling pretty confident right now at the start of this one.
Yeah, it is amazing what the mind can do sometimes on the football field. You go out there and you score, and you feel like nothing can stop you. So it would not be surprised to see him go out there and have success again.
He brings it in. That's his 3rd catch of the day. The Jaguars are really battling in this game so far, and one of their main weapons has been this passing game. Bortles look good, though, and that should bode well for the rest of this one.
Well, if this keeps up this way, there's no doubt I think it does bode well for them. Everybody is playing well on the offensive side, the play calling, and the defense, they got to find a way to stop this hot quarterback.
Just 25 yards to pay dirt. Bortles alone in the backfield.
Black 58, real. Black 58, real. Green 39. Green 39.
First down at the 25. And intercepted. Breaks free, has some space to work with. A foot race to the end zone. Maybe that pick will be a momentum builder for this team at the start of the second.
Well, I know the offensive coordinator sitting over there going, I sure hope so. So he's not happy the way his team has played on the offensive side so far. Give him a play, catch the defense by surprise, and get this lead.
Great starting position here for the offense. Ryan Tannehill backing off the line, dropping back shotgun. First down at the 32. Throws the pass. And incomplete pass that time as he threw it short. The line of scrimmage, the 32-yard line.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
The offense now needs to pick up the first here on 3rd down after that incompletion. Out of the gun. Looking to go deep. This will be a field goal attempt from 49 yards out. An empty possession for the offense.
Jim, I can't get on the kicker this time. That was a long field goal try. And when you send the guy out there to kick one that long, you got a 50-50 chance. That time they lost.
The Dolphins will come out in the dime. The Jaguars have it at the 39. Allen Robinson has the reception.
This is one of those guys, when you talk about receivers, no matter what, he is always open. If the coverage is tight, don't worry. Throw it out there. He'll make a play.
Black 58, real. Black 58, real. There we go now.
First down at the 41. Running right through the trenches.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9. 2 tight ends on the field here. Airing it out. Has it. Touchdown. About halfway through the second quarter now, and that touchdown gives them the lead.
Yeah, nothing like a positive drive, just like we saw there, Jim. And it's here midway in the second quarter. They found a way to finally get in the end zone, take the lead. Good job by the offense.
The Dolphins are back deep, waiting for the kick. Landry's going to test the coverage this time. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Dolphins now coming to the line. Been a closely contested game so far. The score's 21-14. Bell's out there to receive the screen pass. Quarters formation here for the defense. Second down and 11. Cooper's got it on a pass that had some heat. And he's going to be tackled right around the 43. The Dolphins trail right now, but the passing game has been strong. Tannehill's doing what he can to keep them in the game.
Well, they are losing, but you cannot blame the offense. The offensive line doing a good job giving the quarterback time, and the offensive coordinator, he's sitting over there going, he doesn't know which play to call because everything is working in the passing game.
First down at the 43. Looking across the middle. The line of scrimmage, the 43-yard line. From the gun, Tannehill. Tannehill's running away from the pressure. Gets rid of it.
Well, this is an easy call right now for the offensive coordinator. He knows the situation of the football game, so you give the quarterback a nice, safe play to run right here.
Third down on the way. Press coverage all the way. It's an empty backfield for Tannehill this time. Tannehill's back in shotgun formation. And they get the sack.
Well, you just get tired of sending 3 or 4 players at the quarterback in passing situations. So this time the defensive coordinator sends the blitz, and they are up for it. They get to the QB and get a sack.
In the end, it picks up only a yard.
That time he only gets a couple yards, and if I'd have been the punt returner that time, I would have called for a fair catch. Defense was close. All around you, there was nowhere to go.
The Dolphins defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Coples, that time on the tackle.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time, and they stopped the play for a short gain.
2-minute warning. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. 2nd and 6. They'll go Brown. Waits the one who made the big stop.
Sometimes on 3rd and long from the defensive side, I like the fact that you can blitz. Send more guys than they can block. Make the quarterback throw the football quickly and short. Then it's all up to coming up and making the tackle.
The Jaguars get set at the line, needing to get to the 22 for a first.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
3rd and 10. He'll throw it over the middle. And it's caught by Allen Hurns. That's his 5th catch of the day.
Well, there's under 2 minutes to go. Good job by the offensive ball carrier that time. He knows he can get no more yards. He steps out of bounds to stop the clock.
This play set up by the long gainer. Launching it deep, but it's incomplete.
Quarterback has a strong arm, but I am starting to question his touch. Need a little more touch on those deep passes. That time he overthrows the receiver.
Empty backfield look for Bortles here. 2nd down and 10. Has the reception all alone. Fletcher's the one who brings him to the ground. The Jaguars are looking good so far, Phil, and a lot of that has to do with the passing game. Bortles been on the mark to this point.
He has. He's one of the better throwers in the NFL. When you give him time like he's had here so far today, he is going to put it right on target.
Blackman's got the first as he's brought down.
Receivers get scared sometimes running that slant route. They know their linebackers inside running towards them because they're watching the quarterback's eyes.
1st down and 10. With 2 hands, he has it. And picks up maybe 3 or 4.
Do the little things right. When you do those right, you get big victories. And doing it right is what this offensive player did that time. Had a chance to get out of bounds, stop the clock, give his offense more chances. Really good job by the offensive player.
And pick up about 4.
Well, that last play almost got him in here. And when you look at this, what do they do? Well, you just want to punch it in. There's a lot of different scenarios. You could do a play-action fake, probably get somebody wide open, or have a running back just jump over the top for the touchdown.
Tosses the football. Runs it in for the touchdown. The late touchdown here in the 2nd quarter gives them a nice lead with the intermission looming, Phil.
Yeah, great job on their side. They got a nice lead, but I just want to give you a little warning now. This is professional football, and those are professionals on the other side, and they will fight back. So be ready to come out here and play the same way in the 2nd half.
No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. The Dolphins stalled on their last drive, forced a punt. So now the offense comes back out onto the field.
Yeah, they're coming back out. They lack confidence, and I understand why. They came out, couldn't get anything done. The defense was flying around making the plays. They got to change the tempo of this game.
Down on the field. The Dolphins line up, split backfield. 2nd and 10. Bell's the receiver on the screen. Keeps his legs moving. Smith's there to make the tackle. The Dolphins decide to take a timeout here, leaving them with only 1. No bump coverage here. Corners backing up.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
Amari Cooper has the catch. Williams there to take him down. We've reached halftime, and we'll be sending it back to our studio and Larry Ridley as we continue with the NFL on EA Sports. Green's running this one out, and he's going to be taken down well short of the 20. Let's mark him at the 15. The Jaguars come out to open up the 2nd half, and they were hitting on all cylinders in the 1st half, Phil.
Yeah, be smart here in the 2nd half, Jim. When you start out, just find out what the defense is thinking, and once you get a feeling about what they're going to do, then you start taking some chances. They call that the moment of truth. It's a beautiful throw down the field, but the defensive back, he waits until it's time to make that jump. He defends the pass. What a good job by the defensive back.
This is 3rd down. Bortles standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. And it's caught by he's in the clear. The 30, the 20, the 10. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown. And that touchdown puts them in the driver's seat. Early stages of the 2nd half.
You know, somewhere along the line, you got to take a stand, and you just got to say, I've had enough. And on the defensive side, they didn't do that in that drive, so maybe they could come out on the offensive side, find a way to score some points and get back into this game.
And Williams Williams is going to run this one out. The Dolphins offense trots out onto the field, looking to get into the end zone and see if they can turn the tide in this one, partner.
Well, the fact that they are losing this game so far, the sense of urgency is there on the offensive side. You know, you have many plays in that playbook. I think they need to try a few different ones here in the second half.
First down at the 23. Intercepted. Into the open. Gonna take it home for the touchdown.
When a defense intercepts a pass like that and scores a touchdown, boy, does that give them hope. Gives them a lot of confidence. They really get the momentum on their side, and it's going to be hard for the offense to come out here and do anything after that play.
The Jaguars ready here for the kickoff. Williams is going to test the coverage here. Space to work. No one's going to get him now. Poor kick coverage on the return. And now the offense comes onto the field, having to feel like it's just been given a big boost of confidence.
Good job by the offense getting in the red zone. Now you're down some points. You got to find a way to...
Touchdown, Miami Dolphins. And a second touchdown on the game.
Oh, you just love it as a quarterback. You get down in there and it's first and goal. If you score, now you don't have to sweat the fact that, man, what are we going to do if it gets to third down? You don't have to worry about it. Good run, nice touchdown.
Green's going to test the coverage this time. The Jaguars have done a whale of a job taking their halftime lead and adding a whole lot more to it here in the third quarter.
And they're just doing everything we saw them do in the first half. Just dominating the pace of play and just being more physical than the defense.
The Dolphins with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. The Jaguars take it from the 33. And Delmas there that time for the tackle.
I think the coach on the sidelines, he's going to be happy with every first down because he knows that's more time off the clock. When you're up like this, multiple scores in the second half, every first down just puts the odds in your favor of winning this game.
Handoff. Sue's able to read that play and make the hit.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Second down coming up.
There we go now. Go.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
Blackman's got it on a pass, had some heat on it. That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Looking long. And it's incomplete.
Got to give this secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
Set up now at the 37. Second down and 10. Down the field. And that's Grimes in on the stop.
Well, you saw why defensive backs can't sleep the night before the game when they play against this quarterback. Beautiful long throw down the field for the big completion. The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
First and goal to the ground. Wide to the left.
The offense is so close right here. They just need to show a little power and punch this in the end zone and get that touchdown.
Go.
Halfway through the third quarter. Over the line. Touchdown. Bill, we're midway through the third quarter, and there is no letting up.
Man, this is a lot of a good thing. That's what they're doing on both sides of the ball. The offense scoring points, the defense dominating play. They are just having a good old time out there.
The Jaguars ready to boot the football down the field. Landry's running this one out. Tackles made. That return's good for about 21.
The Dolphins offense coming back onto the field. It was a good drive for them last time they had it, all the way down to the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, you know, in this game, Jim, it's all about momentum. And when you feel you got the momentum on your side, you got to take advantage of it. So now I think it's up to the offensive coordinator to call the right plays.
First down at the 17. They go screen with Bell.
Quarterback should have never thrown at that time. Even though he completes the pass, he should have seen the defense was right there. A loss of a couple yards.
Loss of 3 on the play. The Jaguars set at the line. Dime package. Tannehill from the gun. And Matthews is there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it. Now looking at third down. Tannehill's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Tannehill's now going to hit the ground in a slide and in the play.
That's a really smart job that time by the quarterback. Pick up all the yards you can, and before you're going to get hit, slide in there like you're going to second base.
First down here. Tannehill's got it in the gun. Going deep. A takeaway.
Heading into the fourth, and this offense just wants to forget about this effort.
Yeah, Jim, that's the best thing you can do. Forget about what you did on that field today. Go back to practice next week. Start over and see if you can just play better in the next game.
The Jaguars take it from the 23. He'll pick up 7 this time. The Jaguars have created chances for themselves in the passing attack today. Bortles been unstoppable so far.
He has been unstoppable, hasn't he? When your quarterback is hot, keep giving the football to him. They've done it, and he has rewarded the coaches.
And gains about 1.
The drag route is a huge part of every offense now in the NFL. It's where the receiver starts on one side of the football, goes across the field, looking for those spots where he can catch it, and the quarterback that time threw it at the right time, right on target. Good yardage, just short of the first down.
Bortles' completion percentage, 80% on the day.
Coming to the line at the 38.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Locked in on the football and has hold of it with 2 hands.
All right, coaches, don't get greedy. Be decisive over there on the sideline. Do what's best for your football team. Keep getting those first downs and letting that clock just keep running. You got a big lead here in the second half. Don't take any chances.
David Osbury with the grab. Touchdown, Jacksonville Jaguars. Finding the end zone for the first time this season. Driving extra point is good. The fourth quarter about to get underway, and there's not much left to do in this one other than to run out the clock.
Yeah, that's what you hope to do on the side. When you're winning a game like this, you want to run the clock out. And you know what, Jim? On the other side, they want that clock to run too, because they're just trying to find a way to get out of this game.
The Dolphins are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way. That turnover led to turnover points. And now let's see if the offense can get that back, Phil.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and just gave them heck, that's for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You got to go out there and be much better.
The Dolphins at the line of scrimmage, split backfield. It's wide open.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
The Dolphins take it from the 33. The ball lands in the hands of Landry.
They're going to the hurry.
380. 380.
Now he's going to change the play. And look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
And now Derek marks on the quarterback and takes him to the ground. It's now second down. Tannehill's lined up. Empty backfield. Tannehill's going to take it from the gun. Tannehill's taking off.
Well, when you get in situations like this, third long, got to be smart on the offensive side. Yeah, I know you want to pick up the first down, but don't force it, because if you do, it'll probably lead to a turnover.
Third and long. Here's the handoff. Out of the strong eye. Yet another drive here, Phil, that's going to end up with nothing. And maybe you start to worry about things getting a little chippy, because that is one frustrated offensive unit you're looking at right now coming off the field.
No, they won't get chippy, Jim. They're not tough enough to get chippy and start a little fight with the other team. They've shown all day long they're scared of the opposition. They've played terrible, and that's why they're losing.
Tannehill's back in shotgun formation. Stills on the receiving end. Tackled at the 29-yard line.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you can do, just keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
Over to Cameron. He's brought down at the 25-yard line. Getting set as fast as they can. Second down and 6. Almost intercepted that time.
That time, Jim, the timing is perfect. It knocks the ball free. And look, in the NFL, defensive backs, they got to be perfect. Otherwise, that flag is coming out. That hit is so well timed that there's no penalty, and it knocks the football away.
Sims has got the catch and the first.
All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
And it's batted down.
Good job that time by the defensive player. He reads the quarterback, gets in position, down near his own end zone, knocks that pass down.
Second and 10. That'll probably go as a drop.
Matthew's not able to come up with the catch. And a lot of times when you see a receiver drop a pass, they take their eyes off it. That's one thing. Or they're just trying to get it in their hands too quick. Why? Because they're trying to make some yards after the catch. That was the problem that time.
Offense back on the field here for this 4th and 10 play. Bell's got it. Screen. The Dolphins turned the ball over on downs. Phil, they went for it on 4th down. Nothing to lose at this point except a little more confidence heading into next week.
Well, when you're coaching a game like this, you keep coaching hard, hoping that one play, one circumstance can kind of turn it around for you to give you hope of the future. That's why the coach was going for it on 4th down, just trying to get some positive reinforcement.
Loss of 3 on the play. The Jaguars approach the line, and they're going with their jumbo package. Here's the handoff, running off tackle. Coming up, second down. The Jaguars come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. Bortles on the move. And incomplete.
Well, Jim Nance, even you could coach the team in a situation like this. You're winning big. It's 3rd and long. You know what you do? You hand the football off and you punt the football.
3rd down. Bortles will be taking this snap out of the pistol. The Jaguars will line up the 1st down marker right at the 39-yard line.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
The Jaguars know what a situation they were in right there, and it was a tough one. 3rd and long, what are you going to do? Well, they decide to run the football, and I agree with that. If you try to throw it down the field, it probably was going to lead to a mistake.
That beautifully executed punt now really will help out this defense, forcing the opposition to start the next drive inside the 10. The offense pinned back in an awful position.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
Landry's going to pull in the bullet pass.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a 1st down. You're down big in the 2nd half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
Looking wrong. Tannehill's completion percentage, 50% on the day. Second down following that incompletion. The Jaguars go with the dime formation here on defense. Ryan Tannehill will take it from the gun. Almost made the catch, but the collision jarred it loose. On the way, 3rd down.
Well, it's so hard to do this nowadays, to jar the football out of the hands of the receiver, but the defender did it that time. He hit him, that football came loose, incomplete pass.
And now Tannehill's going to take off. Ball is out. And the defense has it. Going to take it the distance. Taking it all the way home for the touchdown.
What a deflating play for the offense. The defense picks up the fumble, takes it not only for a touchdown, but how long? Look at the blocks. That makes the offense lose its confidence. They're going to have a hard time coming back out on the field and making it happen.
Williams going to run this one out. And the tackle's made right around the 32-yard line. The Dolphins offense comes onto the field, and even if they put together a scoring drive, there's not going to be any difference here in the outcome. Now just playing for a little bit of pride and perhaps to try to get things going for next week.
Well, pride's gone out the window. You've lost that already because it's been a dismal performance by your whole football team today. And I say this on the offensive side, don't press the issue, just get this game over with.
Won't huddle now. Going to conserve the timeout and rush back to the line. Running room. Good yardage picked up on that call.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the 1st down. You're down big in the 2nd half. All you can do, just keep picking up those 1st downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
Ball comes out. And the recovery is made by the defense. Phil, can you believe how untimely a fumble we just saw?
You know, Jim, I cannot believe it. Here's why. Because you know in a situation like this, the first thought in your mind is you can't fumble the ball, and they did anyway. Right call here by the coach in this situation. Keep running the football. Keep that clock moving. You have the lead. Just tell your quarterback to tell everybody on offense this. Hold on to the football and don't have a penalty where you can stop that clock.
The Jaguars have jumped out to a big lead here, coming off that tight victory a week ago. A good sign for the progression of this team, Phil.
Yeah, they had a good week of practice, and I'll tell you what, the coaches believe in the players, and I really like the way the coaches have called this game. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why they are leading by so much.
Poples, that time on the tackle.
Yeah, I love situations like this. This is when I was at my best, getting in the huddle and telling everybody all the things. Put two hands on the football. Don't anybody jump off sides. Don't take any chances. And most of all, stay in bounds.
Well, Phil, I enjoyed watching the game with you. And how about a final thought about that victory?
Well, you know, Jim, I wish I could say the same, that I enjoyed spending these last 3 hours with you. But that's just not the case. But, no, just kidding, of course. Nice win. They got to feel good about what they've done and celebrate a little tonight.
I think I'll see you next week. Maybe. So for Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nance saying so long for now.